Yo, I hope you're all doing very well and welcome back to Dan Escapes. In today's episode, we're going to be going over my trip to the Dolomites, specifically mountain biking on the Sellaronda tour, which was kind of a fail. But then because of that, I decided to ride the Sassolungo, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, bike park, which was super fun. So I'm going to talk about that and how we made the mistake of riding the Sellaronda tour and what happened there, because I wouldn't say it was a bit of a fail. It was a bit of under preparation on my side. And yeah, I'm going to get into that quickly now. So yeah, my partner and I went out on a trip to the Dolomites. We were staying in Selva Val Gardena, so in the Val Gardena Valley. That was super nice to stay. You had a great view of the Sellaronda group and also an amazing view of Sassolungo, which is their tallest mountain in that valley. But yeah, in my head, I had this sights of doing the Sellaronda tour and it looked amazing, especially on the mountain bike. You can do it either skiing in the winter, you can hike it if you want, so you can stay between the different valleys that you tour around, or you can do it on a road bike. I opted to do it on the mountain bike and it looks super fun. And this little section that we did ride was super enjoyable. I don't want to put you off, but this trail is not really aimed at beginners, and I did see a lot of family people on there and they were really struggling with it. And also my partner, she's not an experienced mountain biker. She hasn't spent as much time as I have in the saddle, and I ride a lot of technical stuff here in the UK. And for me, it wasn't too bad. It was pretty easy. It was just very steep to what we're used to. The only thing I can compare it to is riding the big bike parks in like Bike Park Wales. Probably not as hard as, say, Duffy Bike Park, which is in North Wales. The trails were super smooth and windy, but it was very steep. And for my girlfriend, I think that was a bit too much. She wasn't enjoying it, especially at the beginning. So we decided to turn it all around and go back on the anti-clockwise. So there's two ways you can do it. You can either do a clockwise route or an anti-clockwise. The anti-clockwise has a lot more climbing on it. I think it's got 1,000 meters of climbing. And then the anti-clockwise only has about 300 meters of climbing. The rest of it is done on chairlifts, which was super enjoyable to be able to get a chairlift to the top and just send it down, then get another chairlift and can come back down again. But yeah, because of that, we ended up going back to the Sassolungo bike park, which is based at the top of Val Gardena. It is part of the Sellaronda tour, this bike park in Sassolungo. So yeah, I decided to just session a couple of the trails there. And yeah, let me get into it. Yo, so I'm about to go up on a jump line. Look at this view. I'm going to do this easy trail ride. It's called the Flow one, and then there's the family trail. So I'm going to try that out for the first time. I'm on this bike. It's a Conway, 29-inch wheels. It's a trail bike. I rented it from Intersport. Probably won't recommend them, to be honest. I asked them to switch the brakes UK. They didn't do it. And then when I was in the shop, they couldn't be bothered to do it. So I was just like, so I'm finding it quite sketchy riding this at the moment because of obviously pulling the front brake all the time instead of the rear. But yeah, I'm not too happy with this bike. I originally booked an enduro bike with 170mm suspension up front and probably like 160 in the back, so it had decent Fox suspension. And then they didn't give me that bike, they gave me this bike instead. And yeah, so all in all, not great. And yeah, so I'm just gonna come to this little bike park that they have here. There's not too many runs here. The best thing to do if you're in the Dolomites and you're really into mountain biking and going downhill, then just do the Sellaronda tour. So I'm gonna have to come back and do that one. But you know, this is a little teaser into it. So get a chairlift right to the top. It's pretty fun. You've got that epic view behind me. And then behind me here, another epic view. It's just views all around in this place. And I love it, you know. And it's great for mountain biking. There's loads of trails, and some of the stuff that we did on the early bits of the Sellaronda, I was like, this is so much fun. I'm gonna get to the top of this lift, then I have to get onto another lift to then do the easy flow trail down, which will then connect onto the family trail. I'm a bit hesitant to do the jump line, mainly because I don't like this bike. I don't like the way it feels, like the suspension isn't that great. And I haven't really got it set up for me. I hit a jump in on the Sellaronda tour and it just felt like it almost bucked me, so I don't really want to tempt fate and end up in A&E. So I'm just going to have some fun on the flow, easy trails, and yeah, I'll take you along on the Insta 360, so that should be fun. So we're going to descend down into the valley. That view. Let's go. Keep pulling that. Let's not check about. Don't trust his bike. Yeah. So now I'm going to go for my second run. I'm going to go to the top again because that flow line was super fun, fast. It's just we don't get that many long trails here in the, well, I say here, back in the UK. It's just, yeah, it's just so much fun to ride. So I'm going to try and do the jump line now. I'm not going to send the jumps, but I'm going to try the jumps and see how it goes and see what that trail feels like. It looks like it'd be quite tight and bermy and stuff, so it'd be quite fun. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And then what else have we got to do? Nothing much after that. My Wahoo thinks I'm climbing. And then I'm going to head back and give it to the bike shop. I tried my girlfriend's bike out. For some reason it feels really twitchy on the front end and doesn't really feel awe-inspiring when you're descending. It doesn't feel really stable. So maybe that's also why she didn't feel so comfortable riding the bike. But yeah, I'm going to just do this because I don't get the opportunity to have chairlifts, especially living in London. So I'm going to go ride that and have fun. Look at that with the sun rays coming through. I'm on the second chairlift. I'm on my own this time. Bike is right in front of me there. So it's kind of like the Whistler chairlifts where they got a separate rack for bikes and then you've got the one for the people afterwards. This one you take it on and off yourself though, whereas at Whistler someone would take it off. But yeah, look, that's them riding the flow trail. So if you're going anti-clockwise, you'd go this way. But look at this behind me. That's insane. Then you got this view over here, and that peak up top here, just full of snow. Wow. It's crazy. It's incredible to bike around here. And you got the valley down there. So yeah, I'm gonna put my phone away because these Fox trousers, this is the second time it's happened to me with Fox. The zipper's broke, so I can't keep my phone in there securely, which is super annoying. Look, so I have to put it in my bag, and unfortunately this bag here works really well. It's really good on the descents, but it's just got no place to house like a phone up front. I think you can buy an attachment, so I need to look into that, but yeah. Grazie. That's all good, wasn't it? So although I didn't get to complete the Sellaronda tour, I did have fun riding the trails on the Sassolungo, and I would love to go back and then complete that Sellaronda tour. I know I can do it, and it'll be super enjoyable to do and such a great day, and I'd love to bring you along on that when I do it. But yeah, one piece of advice I'd say is look around the bike shops and kind of see where to rent from. I know I didn't have a great experience with Intersport, and you know, it's hard for me to recommend them again because of that. But, you know, if you can, I'd definitely bring your own bike. And, you know, maybe if I was going out there for a long period of time just to ride bikes, I would definitely bring my own. And also be good to bring a road bike just to do the road version. I don't know. I'd end up bringing like 3 bikes. I'd bring my mountain bike, full sus, a gravel bike, and also a road bike just to do as much riding as possible. But I don't know how I'll be able to travel with all 3. If you are thinking of doing the Sellaronda and you're renting a bike, maybe get it for a couple of days. So one day you can just play around in the bike park where nearby you, and then go off to do the Sellaronda tour, which would be super enjoyable day out. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. Have you ever done the Sellaronda? Is it something you're looking at? Have you done it on road, mountain bike, skiing, walking? It'd be interesting to know and talk about your experiences. Also, what about hiring bikes? Have you got any recommendations for people in the comments below? But yeah, that's it for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, as it helps a lot and I appreciate it so, so much. Hope you're staying safe, staying positive, having fun, and I shall see you in the next one.